Honestly, I'm almost bored. Just feels too easy sometimes. It's not like we've beaten everyone. We have that one loss, but that felt more like a fluke than anything. And the next time we had a game like that, we still came back from 3 down and 1. It's just too easy. Sometimes it just takes a satisfaction out of it, That you don't get to have that challenge in front of you. You don't have to fight and sweat and just claw your way to a win, to a victory. I don't know. Maybe we're just too good. Maybe it's just going to be too easy. Even with the injuries. Maybe it's all just too easy. I mean, you felt like that before, right? No. Yeah, I know. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, that is another dub! And I have a challenge for you. I have a challenge for each and every one of you. And that challenge is simply make your excuses. Make them. Make your excuses. Whether you're one of the people who for the past 3 weeks have been trying to explain away the Bruins. Just easy schedule, not a lot of travel, they're old, they'll slow down, yada, yada, yada. They're explaining us away. It won't last. If you're one of those people, make the excuses. Just keep making them. Just go for it. If you're one of those people that just can't and I get it, can't let yourself fully enjoy it because you're thinking about how it's going to hurt if it doesn't work out the way you want it to. So you got to make excuses. Make them. Fine. Make them. But eventually, you're going to run out of them. And even if down the road something bad happens, I'm not even going to entertain that idea. I'm just having so much fun watching hockey right now, man. Like, this is beautiful. We are 10-1-0. I feel greedy. I'm kind of looking at the one like, fuck. This would have been really cool if we were just 12-0-0. No, that's greedy. It's been so fun. And we beat a very good Rangers team tonight. On the road. We've been on the road for a couple games. Spoiler alert, we've kept winning. And we put them down. 2 very competitive periods. Very intense, competitive periods. And then we went, fucking enough. We're not on your level. We are above you. And we just stepped on them and squished them in the third. That's a little bit of bravado, sure, say it after the fact. But damn, this team just absolutely sucked the life out of that building in the third period. They crushed them. That entire period. Just a gorgeous display of a team turning it on and then not allowing the other team to come back into it. You're going to notice the hole in the wall. It's because I'm wearing this and because things are going so well, I can't rearrange the wall to fill in the gap for the sake of it looking good. So we're just going to live with that right now. I haven't touched the wall. I can't do it. For those of you who actually have noticed, I did have to touch the wall because a couple jerseys got sent out to get custom stuff done on them. But we keep winning. It's been a couple games, so I'm just going to call it, we're going to call it even. I think the wall respects that I sent them out to get players put on them. I think the wall respects that, so it's not taking away our mojo. I sound fucking insane. The Discord's popping off. The Short Shift podcast just had another episode come out. Popping off. Twitter is popping off. This Bruins team is legit. They're for real. Everyone's having a great time with it. Jump on in. Come on. There's links to everything below. Jump on in. Let's talk about this a little bit. The Rangers are coming in. Shesterkin has looked human. Mortal. Started 8 of 11 games for them so far, which is not sustainable. I don't know why they're doing that. They really don't trust Halak at all, and Halak has been bad. But he has a .921 save percentage. That's him being mortal, by the way. .921 still very good. So he played well. as you would expect. The Rangers are a bit like last year's team where they don't excel exactly in any area other than their power play is still really good. And they're pretty good at keeping the puck out of the net. Again, a large part of that is goaltending. The team is solid. A bit top-ended, heavy top-ended, words. The top six does the majority of the scoring for them. I do not think their bottom six has even hit 6 or 7 goals at this point in the season. Maybe that would sound familiar to some of the old Bruins teams. Not to this one. Not to this one even a little bit. We're coming in here red hot, as you know. But we do get some news right before the game. Forbort is having a surgery, or has had a surgery, on his broken finger. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. That's a big loss. Swayman is week to week. And with goaltending and flexibility and leg injuries or hip injuries or whatever injury he actually has, week to week can extend for a long time if he's just not feeling right. 2 concerning injuries. And then we won the game. So all the concerns just kind of, woo. Ullmark starts. Of course he would. He was again very good. Mortal as well, but very good. The line stayed the same as far as the forwards go. On the back end, Clifton's going to jump up with Lindholm. Can't believe that worked as well as it did. Grizz is going to go with Carlo, and Riley and Strawman are going to be together. Strawman had a good period. I can't believe he's not more than he is right now. But we're going to talk about that maybe. Krejci still out. McAvoy still out. Forbort is now out. Smith is still out. But hey, the team's pretty good on paper and on ice. I just can't believe we still have all this many injuries. We just keep winning. This is great. Puck drops! Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, and by the way, thank you to everyone for whoever shared it or showed other people or whatever it was. Last video hit over 2,000 views, which is like top 5 for me. Which awesome. Thank you so much for that. But puck drops! And 5 minutes in, Pasta for the most blatant interference, and Rangers fans are probably pissed. Because Lindgren goes out like 5 minutes later, but they kept attributing it back to this hit and would not return to the game. Pasta basically gets knocked over and gets back up and then nails him when he's not expecting. It's a late hit. That's a good interference call in my book. Beautiful, beautiful penalty kill. No shots for them. 1 shot for us on a 2v1. DeBrusque with one of the most precise, cloud-like soft passes across the crease to Zacha for a tap-in, but Shesty is there and makes the save. 10 minutes in, and we have a lead, or would, except for its bad officiating. The refs really did let them play for a while and then made some very weird calls later in the game. But Kakko has a very obvious hook right into the hands of Hall after he has a nice move into the slot. Shesterkin's down, and he just has to lift it over him. And it's a blatant underneath hook to the glove, pulls it, no call. And I'm going to be honest, I was a little pissed at that point because that is a goal. It's one thing that they miss a penalty. It's another that, like, you just took away an actual goal. But I got over it. Mostly because we won. 7 minutes left. No clue how this goes in. The Rangers have done an excellent job of limiting our opportunities. They have closed up every kind of gap that we are creating. We are very difficult time making passes, making plays, or even getting on a hot transition when we outnumber them. But this is a simple play. Pasternak's going down the left wall and then backhands it on net. And I think he noticed Shesterkin was a little bit outside of the net, just off his post by a little bit. And Shesterkin jumps back into the net, hits the pipe a little bit, the net lifts a little bit, and it dips under the bar, I think it's in anyway, and drops in. And this is from the left wall backhander. That's a shot, no angle. Oh, below the circle too. So the angle is like this. Just insane amount of goal-scoring talent here. And the commentators are so busy talking about whether or not this should count because Shesterkin made the decision to bump into the net, raising the net up a little bit. Why would that not be waved off if he moved the net? Well, because the goalie did it, first of all. Second of all, it didn't go off the pegs. What a stupid thing to talk about. Like, if I have a 2-on-1 and I dive and they make the pass and he's about to just pass it into the net and I push the net off, that should count as a goal. That shouldn't be a penalty shot or anything. That should be an awarded goal. Anyway, that was just a weird conversation to me. 1-0 after 1. We have a 7-0 record after leading after one. That I said that weird. All confidence all day. And we go into the second, and it's mistakes like crazy for the first 5-ish minutes. Just a brutal amount of no one can make a tape-to-tape pass. A lot of turnovers are leading to great scoring opportunities, and the goalies are just standing tall. And then I almost said bad officiating. A bad power play kills all our momentum. About 13 minutes left of the period. DeBrusk, all hustle, steals a puck, gets the stick knocked out of his hands, picks up the stick, still going after the puck, managed to get it, gets tripped up. Great hustle play to draw the penalty. We have a power play. And it's terrible. God, all of our power plays this game were horrendous. And all the momentum we had, we're up one, disappears. And for the next couple of minutes, we are pinned into our zone. 9:39 left. And again, it's been all Rangers since that killed penalty. And it's a perfect pass by Zibanejad. Goes over 2 sticks. Strawman's not playing the body. He's playing off of it, trying to intercept the pass. He could have played the body here, but he chose not to. And VC just gets a tap in. It goes across the crease and just tap in past Ullmark. It's 1-1. And they will continue to dominate for the rest of the period. The momentum just completely shifted. And it's easier. Once you gain momentum on your home ice, it's easier to maintain it because you have the crowd behind you as well. Directly after that goal, though, they're going to get a little more to cheer about. Frederick gets blown the fuck up. He gets absolutely wrecked by Schneider. He jumps up. Greer jumps in. Greer and Schneider shed him. And they have a nice little tussle. At the same time, Frederick goes, well, I'm not going to not fight anybody. Gaudreau, come here. Sheds him. And these two grown men beat the shit out of each other. They were wailing on each other. That was a beautiful fight. And I think I'm starting to lean away from fighting in the league more and more. As the more hockey I watch and the better the team is, the more I go, what if he gets hurt? And I know with Frederick, that's not like a massive concern. Obviously, you don't want the guy to get hurt. But you know it's not a massive concern as far as a talent standpoint. But you're still just kind of like, I don't want to disrupt anything with this team right now. So you don't want there to be fighting because you want all your guys on the ice. And I know a lot of you who really enjoy the fighting, I'm not saying you're wrong. And some of you guys might be like, this guy's fucking soft. But I just started to lean more and more away from it. I think it has a place in the game, and I think it changes games. But the better your team is, the more worried you get about it that somebody's going to get a dumb injury for something that, I mean, I'd rather them just not fight. I'm sure if my team sucked, I'd be like, you know what? Chuck them. Hell yeah, let's go for it. That's selfish. Freddie's going to go for fighting. Greer's going to go for fighting, misconduct, and a instigator penalty. We kill off the Greer instigating penalty served by Lauko, and on to the third we go. Tied 1-1, very competitive game. We start the third, and the competition is mostly over. They will score a goal this period. They will only take a couple of shots this period. 3 minutes into the third, and this is so casual. It's a great face-off win by Coyle in the neutral zone, right side of the neutral zone against the blue line. Pushes it back. Clifton takes the offensive zone, down the left wall. Puck starts cycling. It's going to go from Clifton to Frederick to Foligno, then to Lindholm. Lindholm on the left wall is going to go down around Shesterkin. And you know how in any NHL game you've ever played, you try to go around the net and just throw it across the crease and hope someone's there? Well, that's exactly what this was. The second Lindholm has enough space around the net to throw it across Shesterkin without Shesterkin being able to get a pad on it, he does so. And Coyle has simply fought off Trouba physically to give himself the stick position to tap this in. No goalie's going to be able to save that. You need a defender to make a play, and Coyle was just too strong. And we go up 2-1. And you think the game's over. You literally do. That's how hard space has been to come by. That's how good these teams have played. You think that's it. And less than a minute later, Ullmark has one of his worst moments of the season. Because Fox just comes into the our defensive zone. He just crosses the blue line. He's above the circles and just wrists this hard on net. Ullmark, blocker side. It's a great shot. But from there, you got to make that save. No tips, nothing. Just beats him blocker side. And it's 2-2. All the momentum we just had, gone. And then we just stop everything. We don't allow anything after that. They only get a couple more shots the rest of the period. About 2-ish minutes later, a gorgeous play. Puck's on net from Clifton on the right wall. Just chucks it. Chucks it low pad. You can tell he's going far side low pad to get a kick out. Shesty kicks it out. And in that left circle, Foligno chases it down, grabs it, and behind him is Frederick standing on that left dot. And Foligno from behind the back just shovels it that way. Freddie with a half slap one-timer, seeing eyes, goes through Coyle, who's laying the screen down, and over the pad of Shesterkin barely. And just squeaks in. It's 3-2. And that is game over. And again, you feel like it's game over. You just didn't realize we weren't going to allow them to even try. 9:41 left. We've been dominating. We've been crashing down on them. Hall, Zacha, DeBrusk. The lines got shifted around a little bit with the Greer misconduct. Lauco was missing some shifts for a little bit. This was a lock it down type of. Jim Montgomery wanted to win this game. He was like, all right, big dogs are going to get a lot of minutes here. Hall, Zacha, DeBrusk. Hall wins a puck in our zone, streaks down the left side. Hall, Zacha, DeBrusk is fast. That is a fast line. And as soon as Hall got that puck in our zone, all three of them screaming down the ice. And it was just a race. And the Rangers couldn't keep up. All three of them flying in. Hall takes that left wall between the legs of the defender, throws it back up to the high slot where Zacha is. And then Zacha is going to fake shot. Defense collapses. Chucks it to the right. DeBrusk has tons of daylight in the net. Makes no mistake. 4-2. Beauty. And just to add it on. We do have power play. It's terrible. I don't want to talk about it. Just to add it on. With about a minute-ish left. 190 feet. Lindholm for the empty netter. 5-2. 10-1. The 81-1 dream is still alive. Game notes. We outshot them 37-20. Including a stretch in the third where we outshot them 15-2 over the first 15 minutes of that third period. This team just feels like they can say, okay, enough of this crap. It's our turn. And they just steamroll whoever's in front of them. Just gorgeous. It was a gorgeous period of hockey. Won us the game. You just can't be upset about a win like this. Olmark was mortal, but he looked good. Clifton was fantastic. Lindholm, exemplary. Foligno, first star material, literally. Hall, DeBrusk, Pasternak, Carlo, Marchand, Bergeron, Greer, Lauco, Coyle, even Freddie. Like, there's nobody on the ice that you're going to be like, they just didn't have it tonight. There were rough moments. Riley had a rough moment here or there. Strawman shouldn't have allowed that goal. But there are going to be mistakes that go against you. You can't play a perfect game of hockey. That doesn't exist. There's too much. There's too much going on to play a perfect game of hockey. This team continues to play as close to perfect as they can and to win games. I don't want to really discredit anyone's effort tonight. And everyone clearly is having a great time playing this game. I keep saying this team is going to slide at some point. And we're gonna lose a couple games. Like, it's going to happen. A couple games in a row and we're like, wait, what's going on? But the more we keep winning, the more you just believe in every single game that you're going to win it. We go down by 3 goals to the Pens, and during that game, down by 3 goals, I was still like, I'm still in this. Sometimes last year it was a chore to watch the rest of a game when we were getting crushed, and it just did not feel like we even had a chance. And there'll be games like that where we'll get crushed and we'll just believe and it will just never happen and we'll lose. But this year just feels different. It feels a lot different. And every time more and more pieces go down, more players go down with injuries, and we just keep winning, you just start to believe more and more. And lastly, it wasn't the easy schedule, guys. If we played the Vancouver Canucks 11 times in a row, we're not going 10-1 usually. It's because this team's really good. And they keep finding teams to win. Teams to win? Teams to beat. They keep finding ways to win. God, I'm clearly just delirious at this point. I want my energy to be even higher, like the game. I'm exhausted after that game for some reason. A lot of yelling, man. That does it for me, though. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I'm saying it way too much this season. Twice in one video? What a sellout I am. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe 3 times. Got him. We have one more game on the road trip. And you would just love, I already love what we've done on this road trip. We're going to lose a game eventually. But I want to see how far this can go. I'm having so much fun. I want to never lose again. Is that possible? Can we do that? Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Go Bees!